Hey, good morning guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel, and here we are again still with this 2009 120 Prado. Really appreciate everyone's comments on the channel. I'm just going to quickly go through some of those. And at this point, when you've got a vehicle like this, all it takes is some really little stupid thing that's quite bizarre that we've never seen before to cause a problem like this. So I'm not going to write almost anything off. Some things we can eliminate. My biggest issue at the moment is I've come out, opened the bonnet, and if I don't stand there and hold the bonnet up or remember that it's going to fall down on me, it keeps coming down on me. So those bloody bonnet struts. But I'm just going to try and show you one suggestion someone's given, which is a quick one I've never seen before, but he privately has said, you know, he said he had a similar issue. And now this is the problem, there's a lot of very similar issues, so a lot of people will think, oh, you know, I know what it is, you know, because this is the problem. We've seen a lot of similar issues. So I really appreciate all the feedback, really. But look, so anyway, it doesn't matter. What he said was, the sensor here underneath there's an O-ring, whatever. I've never seen an issue with one. But the reason I'm going to take it on board and check it anyway, even though I believe it's electronic, and I'm not seeing the fuel pressure drops, I don't believe it's a fuel pressure supply issue, so I'm not going towards tank pickups being blocked, fuel filters being blocked, pump problems. But don't get me wrong, there's been people with similar issues, right? And they replaced the supply pump down there, you know, the big supply pump, 13 foot. Whoa, there it goes. Ah, bloody nearly got me. There you go. See, this is what I'm talking about. Very dangerous. Lucky my fingers weren't there on the edge of the bonnet there. Lucky I knew, but we'll go and get a broomstick or something to hold it up. Some people put the vice grips on the bonnet struts, but I find it damages the rod, makes it worse, and then you can't regas them. These are a good brand, they just need regassing, or you just get, there's some really good cheap ones, 10-20 bucks. Off topic, but important information. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look at that, because we can, and the main reason is key information here in case we don't get this fixed yet. This vehicle is probably going to get picked up in about 20-30 minutes. I'm just spending some time on it until then, about an hour beforehand. This all started after a service. That service included changing that fuel filter. They used an aftermarket filter. Of course, they insisted that it happened at the service. Now, I always say I can't blame the service guy. Sometimes it's coincidence, but sometimes it is caused by someone. So if he only did a general service, he did the rear brakes as well, if that helps anyone any more ideas. I don't think anything near the brakes is going to cause this issue. But it could. It could, couldn't it? If something was going on with ABS sensors, and because someone did say something about driving with the foot on the brake and the accelerator. It's not that. With these you can sort of power on, you know, while you got your foot on the brakes. It's not hasn't got the traction control type master cylinder setup. It's just your normal braking system, ABS. But anyway, the point is, they serviced the vehicle, they changed the fuel filter. She went back and actually 3 times he replaced it again with the same filter, and then he put a genuine one on it. So look, truth is, good that he's changed it, good service, but probably once, and maybe just go to genuine the first time or the second time. Anyway, we're going to have a look at that little pressure sensor, see if there's an O-ring underneath there that's split or something, and just check it out and test it, because like I said, it's an easy enough check, and there's lots of little easy checks. People have mentioned earths, of course. Now, if you notice on this vehicle on any of the videos, it's in very good clean condition. People have talked about the pins on the plugs and all that. This is a Toyota. I don't want to sound, you know, yeah, look, it's all quality, and you unplug everything, and all the plugs I've ever seen are clean and dry and perfect. Never seen an issue. You know, maybe I've missed something on some cars. I've had my sunglasses on or something, but I just don't see any issues. It's not an off-roader. It's never been off-road. Let's have a look, you know, let's get a bit of a, you know, it's a bit dirty at the moment because it's that kind of weather, but it's not an off-roader, this vehicle, right? It's, you know, it's done 300,000 k's of wear and tear going to the shops and back, right? This is your typical, very clean, you know, you can see, you know, wear and tear, but it's clean, original. Anyway, right, this is where it's at. We're going to check that out. I'll let you know if I find anything. What other, checking the wires. Our next step was, you know, continuity testing wires and that, ECU. Some people mentioned that we had the data up for the throttle body, which is the one on the engine there. Not this one, but later on we had this one as well. They work opposite to each other, so you can look at one or the other or both, whatever. It's all kind of, it's same, different, same, if you know what I mean. We've swapped out the pedal, no difference. Even after the what I thought was the diagnosis. We've swapped out a throttle. First we tried cleaning it. We've swapped out the throttle body. The map filter was cracked, so we changed that anyway. We've cleaned the MAF sensor. We could swap out a MAF sensor. I don't think it's going to be the MAF sensor. Look, when you drive the vehicle, the way it behaves, it's just like a throttle cut, and A, it feels like that, and B, the diagnosis is showing us that's exactly what it is. So we need to know the reason why, and we've eliminated that item and the one at the other end. So it's either probably going to be wiring or ECU was my guesses, but I was just hoping someone, and hopefully with this video, if you see this video and you haven't seen the other two, first thing you're going to do, please give us a thumbs up for trying to help you, and hopefully this information out there helps someone else in the future. Subscribe, turn the bell on, go and watch the other two videos. First thing we did was replace the suction control valve. I've said it in other videos, I'm not going to go on about it. The short one's rubbish, and I stand by what I say. If somebody came in with any sort of stalling problem or hard to start or anything funny, let's just start this one up. Let's first morning start. Let's just see what happens, right? Oh, so it starts up good. It's not like there's air getting in the filter and there's air and we've got to pump it up, and when it cuts, there's no change on the fuel pressure. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I don't think it's that. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna check it anyway. That's where it's at, guys. Suction control valve, we've got plenty in stock. If you need one, you shoot me a text message. If you've got the long one, it's a waste of time. Don't replace it unless you've got symptoms. With these short ones, you replace it even if you haven't got symptoms. Don't try and diagnose it. The short ones are rubbish. The compact type are rubbish. Have I said it enough times? If you want one, just you'll find my number on the YouTube channel, on our Facebook pages, the Prado Hospital. Send me a text, say, hey, I want one of the updated suction control valves. I'll send you the text message to pay for it. You pay for it, express post, we send it. I'm not just trying to sell you that, I'm trying to help your problems, whatever. If there's a vehicle stalling, hard to start or anything, first thing I'm going to do is look for an aftermarket fuel filter. I'm going to bypass that and I'm going to replace the suction control valve, and that's going to fix 99% of your stalling starting issues, which is why I do that first, regardless, because you're just going to waste your time chasing your tail if you've got a component there that we know is problematic. And I'm not talking a 0.01% of a problem, I'm talking about heaps of problems, bucket loads of problems. Alright guys, we'll continue with this, let you know if we find anything. Once again, thanks for your support, thanks for watching, and bada bing. Also, the injectors were done right, but have a listen to this. Anyway, that just sounds crook to me. I don't like that. Any injector job that I don't know what the injectors have come from me, I haven't done, or one of my recommended trusted repairers, I don't trust the job. Okay, so as I said, there's lots of things that have been done on this vehicle. Just use the Phillips head to take that little cover off and unplug it. Now we're just going to slip that out and have a look, let you know if I find anything. Here it is, in the hole, nice and clean, no problem. This is what you're looking at. This is your pressure sensor. Right, see the O-ring on there? I was told, oh, the O-ring was split or something like that. I don't like checking or removing things like this because I believe this is what causes problems, you know. Don't touch it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's no splits in that. There's no evidence that it's been leaking or anything whatsoever. But we checked it just like something else and everything else. We'll put it back together. Now, you know, I love Toyotas too much, and this is probably part of the problem. So they're all back together, all good. Now, next thing is we talked about was wiring. Now, my problem with that is now, when people have butchered vehicles, and people butcher vehicles, look, the injectors got done, we showed you in the other video, all around the whole valve cover, all the way, at the sides and everything, all the way to the back. It's covered in oil all the way around this side. The 4 top seals on the valve cover are leaking because if you don't clean it, you don't have to replace the seals. It's not about the seals. You check the seals, sometimes you need to replace them, right? And, but they need to be clean because it only takes, let me explain it this way, think like a rock under the seal holding it open for the oil to come out. Now, oil's really fine, very thin, especially when it gets hot. So if you've got a speck of sand or dirt, and obviously whoever did this job was quite a grot, so I don't trust, that's what I'm saying, I don't trust the job. If you can't know that those top seals on the valve cover need to be cleaned so that they wrap around the solenoid and keep it sealed so there's no even sweat, how are you going to know to clean the injector seats, you know? Like, so that's why that knocking, that running rough, I don't trust the job, you know. Look, if you've got some noises and that, you don't worry about it. If you know you've got brand new genuine injectors, which is what you're guaranteed to get from me, and you've installed them as per my videos after watching lots of videos, then you don't have to worry. Now, if you didn't get those and you didn't watch the videos, then maybe you should worry. But you know what I say? I say don't worry, because worrying doesn't fix anything. Take action, solve the problem. If you can't do anything, then don't worry about it. Or if you're not going to do anything, don't worry, because there's no point worrying. It doesn't change anything. So either do it, make a decision, or don't do it. Anyway, the point on this is Toyotas, it's all really quality engineering. Why is they're not? I'm not going to mention other brands because people own them and they get cut, they get upset, you know, they want to give me the thumbs down. Remember, please give us a thumbs up. You know we're doing the right thing here. The wiring, right, we don't see problems, right, until people touch it, right? See, it's beautiful, look at it, it's sitting there, it's insulated, it's well zip tied out, it's spaced out, it doesn't rub anywhere. This vehicle's not an off-roader, it hasn't been modified, it hasn't got those mods where I go, oh, someone's been in the loom or someone's pulled trip. This thing is so original. You probably can't completely see it here. It's obviously had a battery replaced. Some butcher did the injectors. Other than that, under here, well, like I told you about the fuel filter, that was part of the job. That's where it all started. That's why we've been in here as well going, well, he changed the oil filter, did he? You know, something stupid, knocked the vacuum line off or something like this. Anyway, client's here to pick up the vehicle. Please remember to give us a thumbs up. And the bin man's here as well. Yeah, we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to send it to one of our 4x4 Diesel Workshop specialists, Auto Electricals Extraordinaire. He's going to get his hands on an even better scan tool that gives more information and have a look into the data a bit more. He's going to check the wiring if need be. He's hopefully going to get the bottom of it, and it'll probably be in another video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, turn the bell on. I'll let you know if we find anything.